And what up, everybody? Welcome back to Feral Publications YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about zines and DIY publishing. And this is Feral Comics, the comic book zine anthology that I publish. And this is Earth Day zine that we publish as well. Link will be in the show notes if you guys are interested. It has been quite some time since we did a zine review. So today I want to get into some zines that I got sent. First one I want to talk about is Kooky Party's #1. This is by War Glitter Zine. And I like this zine a lot. I always like the way Ali makes zines. There's a very personal touch, but it's also very empowering. This particular issue, The Magician, and it deals with it from a perspective of, I guess, witchcraft, tarot, or I forget how she refers to it as tarot trade. And, tradcraft is how she refers to it as. And it's very interesting to me because I'm always interested in, as an anthropologist, I'm always interested in these kind of subgroups and different ways of understanding nature, reality, how to deal with your subconscious and all that. Because, in the end of the day, as human beings, there are certain building blocks that we all kind of have to learn how to function with. And so I definitely enjoyed this zine a lot. There are a few other contributors in this, so it's it's kind of like an anthology in that way. A.K. Myers' article, it doesn't necessarily talk about kind of like Ali's article of like tarot and the trades and what is traditional witchcraft versus what is not traditional, and altars and things like that. But it does talk about something that Ali's article as well talked about, The Magician, which is this idea of like gatekeepers and snobbery, and how that can be disempowering to some. But A.K. Myers' piece is very empowering with this overall conclusion of like, you need to be you and not necessarily focus on whether or not people like you, because by being you, you will attract people that genuinely care about you. And so, I don't know, I really enjoyed this whole article, this piece. It was great. But in all honesty, the homegirl Kooky Puss 13 stole the show. You guys know that this is the homegirl right here. And she made this, I don't know if it's a poem or what it is, but listen to this. Magic conjures many mysterious mandarins, maestros whose mastery and majesty magnify malevolence through maneuvers both mesmerizing and macabre. Madmen and madwomen maliciously made light of by mobs of mumbling marauders, mystics whose machinations manipulate matters.
This valorous visitation of a bygone vexation stands vivified, and has vowed to vanquish these venal and virulent vermin, vanguarding vice and vouchsafing the violently vicious and voracious violation of volition.
And it goes on and on. Basically, it's her version of V for Vendetta, the movie. So absolutely love this piece. I feel like I need to go ahead and show this off, which is Call for Submissions, Kooky Party. Obviously, I got to this a little late. They are probably already on June, July. Actually, not too late. They are currently accepting submissions for issues number 3 and 4 to Kooky Party. But she is accepting poetry, essays, illustrations, collages, pretty much anything that follows the issue's themes. I would love for trans and non-binary folks to weigh in on gender and Jung's assessment of archetype energy. So if you guys are interested, there goes the information, wordglitter@gmail.com. But I will, as always, have that information for you guys in the show notes. So that's Kooky Party #1 by War Glitter Zine. Next, I just wanted to show off the stuff that I got from Team Context. Now, Team Context is put together by She Maybe and DJ I Me. So these are 2 stickers that they sent me. And here's kind of their little newsletter. Team Context here, broadcasting a message to resonate materials with all people, specifically or otherwise. Our team will specialize in finding the context that ties it all together. We hear you and amplify your message. We are a moldable platform for our artists' expressions. And it says here, our practice is now free-range practice, a kind of friendly guerrilla tactics. Maybe's ready to print 1,000,000 flyers and handbills, posting Instagram, Facebook, SoundCloud, Bandcamp.net or .com in whichever JPEG or PNG at whatever resolution required. Basically, you're saying they're going to make fucking art and they're going to do this shit fucking grassroots DIY style. I love it. So I'm going to read this zine that came in with that because it's a short one. And it says, "It's not a coloring book. It's not for nothing either. This moment is a perfect glimpse of the universe through you. Maybe, Tanya Dean. Illustration and zine making, artofmaybe.com." Boom. "The confusion that you feel is each of your molecules dancing in a chaotic observation of and." DJ I Me, James Dean, FB, and all that other good stuff. Boom. Thank you. It's a one pager. Boom. Split down like that. No, let me go ahead and back this up so you guys can see it. So very cool. I am a fan of She Maybe, and so I'm glad that she's working in conjunction with DJ I Me, Team Context, something to peep out. I definitely love that slogan that they had in the beginning of like guerrilla tactics to disseminate art. So, you know, that's what DIY publishing really is. It's this hands-on approach to spreading and disseminating your perspective, your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings, all that goodness. So good shit, Team Context. Thank you. Next up, and I feel like I might have to lift this up a little bit. Next up, we have Perception. And Perception is something I saw floating online. I got issue number 8. I got this from Carol Anderson, Witchy Punks. But basically, and let me get you something so you can see the scale of this. So this is bigger than a comic book. If you guys can see that. But I want to show you guys the scale of it because it literally feels like almost like an art gallery. And you have different artists contributing. That's something that I did want to tell the community right here, right? Accepting submissions for our next issue at perceptionzine at hotmail.com. As you can see here, cover art by Kayla Anderson. Then you have an artist by the name of Malak. Carol Anderson. This is the person I got this zine from. And you can see it's crazy because it's like this collage in the background, which they don't actually say who did the collaging. But then on top of the collage, you have different artists and their handles. And in that way, it's really a nice look at different artists, poems, and things like that. I love the cut and paste aesthetic. Always have. I love black and white aesthetic as well. And for me, I definitely like this paper quality. And this is the kind of stuff that I'm looking at because it's going to help me when I start publishing the larger zines for the comic book publishing stuff that I'm doing. So this is it, you guys, for today. Thank you so much to everyone that sent these zines in to me. I really do appreciate anybody that sends anything in to me for review. I will be cranking out some zine reviews throughout this whole fucking week. I want to get caught up, you guys. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep moving forward. See you guys tomorrow. Lates.